Hey guys, we're back for episode 3 of Fish Addictions TV. Today we're out in the Alexandria area, just really targeting bluegills, but we totally expect to get a few crappies mixed in. But one of our favorite fish as a group to catch is big bluegills, so that's what we're after today. Like I said, we expect to have some crappies. We have a rig frontal system actually coming bearing down on us right now. It's actually moved in a little sooner than we thought, so hopefully that doesn't screw up the fishing for us much, but we're gonna get after them like always. So no matter what, we're on the ice and we're fishing. So this is episode 3, Fish Addictions TV.
Addiction. The fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. An addiction is not desirable. It is something that overtakes your life. What happens when an addiction cannot be stopped? An addiction is stronger than any one drug with only one cure. The cure is not rehab. It is not medication. It is not a counselor. The only cure for us is the water beneath our feet, the rod in our hands, the anticipation of that next big bite, and the camaraderie we all share. This is Fish Addictions TV.
Fish Addictions TV is brought to you by Eskimo Ice Fishing Gear and the rest of our fine sponsors.
How are we doing, Dusty?
I'm well, how are you?
That way, back probably 100 yards. There's a nice break that comes up that we got gills, and then I got another spot that's over on the other side.
Let's get at her. Let's get at her. Heck yeah. The old spoon strikes. Basically, these fish are pretty sluggish right now. Seems like this morning right away. They're down there pretty thick, but it takes a lot of coaxing to get them to come in, and you wouldn't think with a spoon that taking a lot of coaxing, but they're pretty sluggish. A couple other guys are using some tungstens and stuff, but I'm gonna stick with this spoon. I've got 2 to bite now, and I think hopefully as the day goes on they get a little more aggressive as the morning goes on here, and hopefully they get going. There's a bunch of them right down here. There's nothing like catching bluegills and crappies on light tackle. Oh, look at that. Ho, ho, ho. Caught that last one. It seemed like the school fired up just a little bit, and that's kind of how it goes with these panfish. You get one going, that is a slob. Look at that thing. Get kind of one going, and the school kind of moved over. I had 2 or 3 down there, and then after I pulled that one up, got them kind of fired up.
Look at that, that's what we're after. Came in suspended using just a little spoon, tipped it with a plastic and a waxy. It's a nice little trick if you're fishing in a school and they steal one of your waxies. Usually that plastic will let them come back for a second try if you miss on the first one.
Getting that school fired up, one of the big things with fishing bluegills, especially with the school the way it is to hurry up and get right back down, keep that school active, keep them rolling, especially when they're in the mood to eat.
Look at that guy. Firing up that school. That is a toad bluegill. Big ones like that you want to release.
Before the spot, before the hole, before the bait. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings, the best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands. When you get the strike, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
At Eskimo, we have the tools to help you enjoy your time on the ice. If you're looking for a lighter, faster, smoother auger, check out the pistol bit. Weighing only 4 pounds and optimized for efficiency, the pistol will maximize the life of your cordless drill battery, cut quickly, and easily re-drill old holes. Thanks to its stable centering point. Check out the pistol and our full line of products at geteskimo.com.
Smaller. Gotta have those different gear classes.
On the board. About time. He was the right fish at the right time. I needed that. I'm striking out here. There we go. Nice little slab mixed in. It's so much fun watching them on the Panoptics, and you're working a couple smaller ones and an aggressive one just swoops up and grabs your bait. Nothing better than that.
You can tell those bluegills because they just dig. Oh, that's a toad. I love bluegills. When your average is what these are, that's pretty crazy. That's a beautiful fish. The schools seem to kind of pause on us, so we're not having to move. You know, a lot of times you got to kind of keep these schools active, so sometimes you'll fish close together here. These fish are just kind of all over sliding in here, and it's weird because it's not really even a weed bed. It's more like rocks down there. They're kind of relating more to those rocks, which is abnormal really for what we normally fish. Waxies are, I think the waxies are kind of the key right now.
Made a couple moves. Searched around with the LiveScope and Panoptics. Find an active school, you gotta go after them. Been using just a little buckshot. Purple seems to be my jam out here.
Almost like an actual green sunfish.
There's a nice bluegill. I kind of got a slow start to the day going here. I'm catching up. It's not a bad fish at all. Probably about a 9. These bluegills These bluegills are really cool. They're kind of more of like a fade, and I think it's because they're in a little bit shallower water. You know, they're in the 10 to 13 feet here, but awesome bluegills, some crappies mixed in. Let's go back for another.
So we're just kind of bouncing around here. We're on the edge of a basin where it starts to kind of come up into a shallower flat. This guy's got a little battle wounds there. Check out his tail. But you know, the big thing, I think, I'll put my tungsten and a waxy down and catch a few, and then they seem like they kind of get tired of that. So then I switch up and throw a little buckshot with a minnow head down. You catch a few on that, then you rotate back to the tungsten again and keep going. And it's all about keeping them entertained.
And keeping me entertained.
There we go.
They've been saying it, we've been saying it, and there they are. That's what's up.
It just seems like they're just out here and just a couple move in, but when they move in, they want to eat. There isn't much better than catching big bluegills, especially when they're fired up, because big bluegills can be probably one of the hardest things to catch. But when you get into a situation where they're fired up and going, Jim's got one, Taylor just threw one back, Anthony threw one back here. When they're in a situation where they're just really fired up, there really isn't much better.
Sunny circles. You know it's a bluegill when it wraps around your deucer.
Well, it's spun a little bit, but see what we got. One thing I do when I hole hop, you're only usually using one rod, so I almost always bring a tip up along, and you can do different depths or maybe end up with something different. Let's see what we still got her. I'm gonna guess a perch. I guess right. Not a huge one, but you never know what you hook. Sometimes you get some pike, some walleyes. I got a couple crappies last time I was here on the tip up, just a bare hook and a minnow, and a split shot, and it ups the odds of catching some fish.
See that? Gold tungsten. I know the name of the game is always kind of starting with a blade, starting with a bigger bait.
Holy.
But I've had a lot of luck with gold. Sizes, you know, 4, 4.5, 5 millimeter.
Just
keeping it big right away. If they don't act on it right away, I will downsize, but keeping that tungsten a little bigger can sometimes be a good search bait.
Look at these toads.
That's a dandy.
Split.
Oh, here's our walleye.
Panoptics is fun. You get to watch. You can, I mean, once you learn it, you can see the different sizes of the fish. I mean, nothing wrong with this bluegill, but there's 2 more down there bigger than that. Gotta get back.
They're moving in, Dusty. You should get a shot of that. Oh, I don't think they all left. I've got 20 down here. Ooh, good crappie. Double. Digging. Triple. 4.
Before the spot, before the hole, before the bait. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings, the best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands. When you get the strike, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
At Eskimo, we have the tools to help you enjoy your time on the ice. They say man needs food, clothing, and shelter. When it comes to shelter, we like the Outbreak 450i with its full-size no-trip door that's nearly 74% bigger than a standard door, making it much easier to load and unload. With 75 square feet of fishable area, you'll be warm and comfortable during your day on the ice. Check out the Outbreak 450i and our full line of products at geteskimo.com.
Triple! See, this is kind of what we're dealing with. Bluegills, crappies, all really quality fish. Another good bluegill.
Jim just threw one back.
That's when you know you're having a good day. And honestly, coming out here with this frontal system coming in, we got a pretty good sized storm bearing down on us here. So we didn't really know what to expect. And I know a lot of people say that's an excuse, but I don't care who you are. When a big front comes in with high pressure, it shuts the fish down. Not today. Don't fill me with this dirty drill on here. I feel dirty with that DeWalt in my hands.
Good one. Oh, wrapped. Oh, love it. So much fun.
Seems like the sun came out. We had cloud cover this morning. Sun came out and now these fish are moving fast. Like this morning we find them, sit on them, be able to keep them in one spot. Now that the sun's out, we're having to move pretty constantly and they're not going far. They're doing circles, but you know, one thing that with this LiveScope is you just know exactly what's going on and if they're coming in, leaving, searching around. I wouldn't say that we drill less holes with the LiveScope, but we drill more precise holes with the LiveScope.
Nice. Patience. I'm the last guy out here because I had to go to the doctor this morning. Dropped down my first spot, no fish. Second spot I dropped down, fish everywhere.
That's a big one.
Get wild.
Feel written all over it. Oh! Look at that! Beautiful colors. Oh, Anthony's got one over there too. Mine's bigger!
Oh yeah, well I'm about to get the biggest one.
Okay, I'll let Mike have the biggest one. He's the host, right?
Gone.
Alright, let's compare.
Crappie. That's a dandy.
Look at this mixed bag. That is a good crappie.
Open the mouth.
Told you mine was biggest.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of that one.
Those bluegills are coming up and doing a little bit of investigative work. These crappies come up and just hammer it.
Crabby, little guy.
This is an absolute bluegill crappie beatdown. You could fish a lot and not catch as many bluegills as we caught, and really nice bluegills. Got a bass behind us, that's first, but we've caught a little bit of everything. Walleye, bluegill, bass, crappie. It's just an absolute beatdown going down on you right now. That's a wrap. Episode 3 Fish Addictions TV. Want to thank Chris Rothmeyer and the guys from Tintus Outdoors for doing a little pre-fishing here. Worked out really well. Fish cooperated. We got on them fairly quick. This morning we stayed on them. Then had to start chasing them throughout the day. But that's how things happen. You can't just go out there and plop down and expect to have a really good day of fishing. So you gotta be able to move with them. That Garmin Panoptics, the LiveScope helps us do that. So we're out of here. Had a great day of fishing. A lot of great fish. Fish that some people maybe never caught. And we just had a stellar day on the ice. So that's a wrap for us today. We're ready to move on to the next lake. So stay tuned, guys. More Fish Addictions TV coming at you every week. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Like what we're doing. Follow what we're doing. We're all over the ice belt all winter long. Fish Addictions TV. We'll see you later. Feisty crappie.